Another chance to get Mew or just pick up a Manaphy today. Let's go and see what the news is. It's pretty awesome and a little interesting at the same time. So first off, Pokemon Sun and Moon. You can expect a news coverage video on this channel tomorrow, and it will be around 6 a.m. So when the news is coming out, we'll see if it's a main website on the English or Japanese site. There'll be all kinds of information being posted, so don't worry about that. Around 6 a.m. Pacific Time US, which means 9 Eastern, and the rest of the world I don't really know about, so find your own translations for time right there. But another interesting thing, while we're kind of talking about Europe and Australia and places that aren't America, you guys get the easiest Mew ever. So what we have is the code MEW2016, and you just connect it. Actually, I'll show you guys how to do this. Now, it's not going to work for me because I already tried, and yeah, so let's go to mystery gift. Now, normally when you do the mystery gift, you just go via receive gift, and then it gives you like via internet, via wireless, via code. Well, we don't use code too often, but here we go for the Mew. So it's not really going to work, but I'll just type in Mew 2016 to hear me guys and whatnot. However, I can connect to the internet and grab myself a Manaphy, which would be pretty cool. But that does bring us to the next part, that when we look at another Mew is in the news, if you live in the US or you are North American and all that fun stuff, we're going to see that it's going to be through the Pokemon Trainer Club, and you need to sign up yesterday. So unfortunately that happened, but at the same time, by now for the legendary birds you should have signed up, and if you don't have any of that going, we'll see where the codes go. So it hasn't been distributed yet. Maybe it'll be a different code. Maybe it will allow Mew 2016. It's just not available US right now, so we just kind of have to see where that goes. But I think it's very fair. I would honestly say it's very fair. One, I picked it up. Okay, and also here we go. So let's go and see what it says right here. Your game cannot receive the gift this code provides. So that's what we get. However, we can receive gift and then go via internet, and then that's going to give us a Manaphy. But I will say that it is very fair for Europe and stuff, because normally you guys get really screwed over by Pokemon events. The Xerneas and Yveltal was a lot more difficult for you guys, because I believe you have Zygarde running the whole time for the last month, and yeah, it's kind of tricky. But now you guys get an easy one, just Mew 2016, nothing fancy, and then boom. However, this is only if you didn't receive the Mew from earlier. This is a second chance Mew. This gift is only available if you do not redeem the code earlier this year. However, the code earlier this year was a little tricky since it was from GameStop, EB Games, game stores, or whatever your regional equivalent is. I was lucky to get a code. I think I bummed one off of a friend, and that ended up happening. So I didn't even get Darkrai. Like, when it comes to GameStop events, I don't go and get it. I didn't get Darkrai, even though it's probably like the most valuable to collectors and whatnot. Just didn't really appeal to me, but it looks like right now we don't have to worry anymore because I do have a Manaphy. So I will grab the mythical Pokemon Manaphy and GG right there, and then we get to see what happens with the Mew. And I think that's all that there is for the news, honestly. That if we go and check this out on Manaphy, merchandise, as always, it's the same thing. You know, there's going to be a pretty plush. There's also going to be trading card game boxes that are available, and the movie will be out. So that means we can go and watch Pokemon Ranger in the Temple of the Sea. It's not super excited, but yeah, it's going to know the moves Tail Glow, Bubble, Water Sport, and I guess just those three. Oh yeah, it only knows 3 moves for level 100, but it comes with hydration and all that fun stuff, so you can soft reset for all of the abilities you want to your heart's content. And I think that's all that we have on news. Like, it's really all about the big Pokemon Sun and Moon news coming out. This looks fancy. What does it say? Over the last month, special contest has been running in Japan about the movie with Magirna, and this doesn't really appeal me too much. Anime stuff, Pokemon Go stuff. I kind of covered that a bit. There were the Pokemon Go field tests. I don't know what change about this. Following new information, we have around 24 new screenshots for Pokemon Go. Okay, so just some extra screenshots, game functionality that you don't have to worry about being translated because it was for that. And yeah, the Yveltal event's over, the Mew thing being confirmed, and then we're back over to the prize money. So yeah, it's been a slow week, but that's why we have all this coming up. Also, it seems like we're going to get a nice information leak from Pokemon directly, that this is going to be on the Pokemon website. Unsure if it's going to be a video on the US website or if we're also going to get anything like YouTube-wise when it comes to news. So we just have to wait. Tomorrow's going to be big Pokemon Sun and Moon news. Also, it has been announced that Junichi Masuda will attend Japan Expo in July. Now, this is going to be interesting because last time there was a Japan Expo and Junichi Masuda did a thing with a new game coming out, we found out that Honedge is a new Pokemon through a video. So Pokemon X and Y, and just even anytime, we're going to get leaks that aren't directly related to Korokoro. So right now we have a leak coming out tomorrow. We could still get new Korokoro information later this month, and then we might have something in the beginning of July, then we get something in mid-July from Korokoro. So all kinds of sources going to be giving us all kinds of information here pretty soon. And yeah, we're counting down. We're in June right now, guys. We just gotta make it to November. Don't even worry about it being halfway through November. Just do the math and just 5 more months. 5 more months. And then until the news, it's like, what? 20 hours. I can't even chant that. 20 hours. 20 hours. Thank you guys for watching. Grab yourself some awesome event Pokemon. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.